when the middle class of this country is disappearing, when we have massive levels of income and wealth inequality, when the 20 wealthiest people in this country now own more wealth than the bottom 50%, we need leadership that stands up to the billionaire class and says to them, you know what, you guys can't have it all. We've got to rebuild the middle class. And second of all, let's be frank, we have a very corrupt campaign finance system which allows Wall Street and billionaires to buy elections. And here's the difference between Hillary Clinton and me. I have received 3.5 million individual campaign contributions, averaging $27 apiece. Hillary Clinton recently announced the results to take from her super PAC, $25 million coming into her super PAC, 15 million of that came from Wall Street. That is a very significant difference. Our campaign is funded by the people to a significant degree. Her campaign is funded by Wall Street and big money interest.
Some people say that politically, strategically, that could be a mistake on your part, not having that super PAC. You probably could raise a lot of money, but you're unilaterally, they say, disarming. Is that a problem?
Well, I think you're right. That is what a lot of people have said. But that's what we are taking on. That's what my campaign is about. It's to say, yes, I can raise a lot of money if I had a super PAC. But I don't represent the interests of the billionaire class. I don't represent corporate America. I don't represent the very, very wealthy. So I'm going to let them keep their money. We are not going to have a super PAC. And what we are going to do is reach out to the American people at BernieSanders.com. And Wolf, I got to tell you, I have been overwhelmed that up to this point in the campaign, we have received more individual campaign contributions than any candidate in the history of the United States of America. And that indicates to me not only the kind of grassroots support we have, but that also tells me that people across this country, and by the way, across the political spectrum, are sick and tired of super PACs. They're sick and tired of Citizens United, and they are sick and tired of billionaires buying elections.
So are you suggesting that Secretary Clinton is beholden to Wall Street and big money?
No, what I'm simply saying is a fact. She recently reported that her super PAC received $25 million. 15 million of that came from Wall Street. I will let the American people determine what all of that means.
What is the party telling you right now? We know that they were releasing some information, nothing final. There seems to be some flux about which delegates, which votes are still outstanding.
Chris, I think you probably know more than I do. We just got off the plane. We haven't studied. But obviously, we'll be in contact with the party tomorrow. But bottom line for us, look, we started that campaign, 40, 50 points behind. Whether we lose by a fraction of a point, or we win, or whatever. We're very proud of the campaign that we won. And I think the significance is that for folks who did not think Bernie Sanders could win, that we could compete against Hillary Clinton, I hope that that thought is now gone. We're going to fight really hard in New Hampshire, and then we're going to Nevada, and then we're going to South Carolina. We look forward to doing well around the country.
Do you take this as a victory regardless of what the margin is?
Absolutely. Look, what you're talking about is one way or the other, a couple of delegates when we're going to need 2,300 delegates to win this thing. So maybe we lost by 2, maybe we lost by 1, maybe by 0, whatever it may be. But what this shows is that this campaign has started in a very forceful way, starting way, way back and coming to a virtual tie. And we are going to fight here in New Hampshire, look forward to winning here and doing well around the rest of the country.
Two things seem clear in the exit polls. I want your take on them, Senator. The first is there was an expectation that this would be a national security election because of recent events and just the state of affairs. It seems that the idea of economics and what the security for the future is economically and as a country seems to loom as large, if not larger.
Look, national security is always a major issue when we're dealing with barbaric organizations like ISIS. But on the other hand, the truth is that the average American understands that there is something wrong when the middle class continues to decline and almost all new income and wealth is going to the top 1%. And I'll tell you something else, Chris. What I found in Iowa, and not just from Democrats, but from conservatives, from Republicans, there is profound anger at a campaign finance system which allows billionaires to buy elections. Nobody likes that.
What does it mean to you that as voters get younger and as their income moves more into the middle class, your numbers got bigger and bigger in the preliminary information?
I am, well, number one, in terms of working class people who are gravitating to our campaign, that's what this campaign is about. It's asking working people and middle class people to stand up and fight for their rights, help us take on a billionaire class whose greed is doing so much damage to our economy. Second of all, in the last election, the midterm election, 80% of young people didn't vote. 80%. I am very proud that we're bringing a whole lot of young people all over this country into the political process, that we're revitalizing American democracy. And if we're going to change America, that's what we've got to do.
What is your message to older voters who did not come out for you in the same numbers?
Right. No, that's true. And my message is, check my record. You'll find that there is no United States senator who has been stronger on senior issues, not only on defending Social Security, but on the need to expand Social Security benefits. People can't make it on $12,000, $13,000 a year Social Security. Second of all, very few, if any, members of the Senate have been stronger on the need to take on the pharmaceutical industry and end this disgrace of Americans paying by far the highest prices in the world for prescription drugs.
Areas of minorities have also not been a source of strength for you so far compared to Secretary Clinton. What's the message there?
Well, I think I haven't looked at all the results, but I think in Iowa, is from what I saw in one of the papers, we actually did pretty well. We lost, but that gap is growing slimmer and slimmer between the secretary and myself. I think you will find as we get to South Carolina and other states that when the African American community, the Latino community looks at our record, looks at our agenda, we're going to get more and more support.
What was it like to be there with your family and have this moment?
Tonight was a thrilling night, certainly one of the important political nights in my life, and we feel great.
Senator, thank you very much. Good luck going forward.
Iowa, thank you. Nine months ago, we came to this beautiful state. We had no political organization. We had no money. We had no name recognition. And we were taking on the most powerful political organization in the United States of America. And tonight, while the results are still not known, it looks like we are in a virtual tie. I think the people of Iowa have sent a very profound message to the political establishment, to the economic establishment, and, by the way, to the media establishment. And that is, given the enormous crises facing our country, it is just too late for establishment politics and establishment economics.